Teen, 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 teen. Hello, boils and ghouls. It's your old pal, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And tonight's tale I call... If you've seen one episode, you should see them all. And you should, kiddies, because tonight my good fiends Jamie and Nelson will be talking everything Tales from the Crypt, from episode to episode, from season to season, from scream to scream.
God, I love that intro.
I know.
It's so good. Best $6,000 I ever spent.
No, he's our good friend. He didn't charge us.
Right. That's what I meant. Hi, it's Jamie from Fave 5 for Fans and
Nelson from Average Home Theater.
and both of us from Plastic Microphone Studios Network. And we're here for season 7 of our Tales from the Crypt Walk Through the Tombstones. As we're recording this, it's actually November, but you know, the two of us, we like to keep Halloween in our hearts all year.
Spooky
long.
season lives on forever.
Forever. So we finally got to season 7. Season 7 is one of, if not the shortest season. I believe there were only 13 episodes. So we decided to pick 4 of our favorites to talk about them. And I'm going to take the very first episode. But before we do that, how you been enjoying the season?
It's one of the slower ones.
Mm-hmm.
The first 3 episodes I enjoy way more than the 4th one that we watched. But I mean they're all just they're just kind of I have a favorite of these 4, which I guess we'll talk about at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's okay. I mean I can definitely see why it was ending. I think it was kind of what do you overstaying its welcome a little bit. It was time to, I guess you run out of ideas after a while. I don't know, or times change and taste
change. I don't know
change.
kind of what it was, but it did feel like, I don't want to say they were running out of the ideas, but as we'll talk about one of the episodes, there was kind of a recycling of a previous idea, which we'll talk about when we talk about it. And it did have a very strange ending.
Mm-hmm.
So, which we'll also talk about because we chose the first episode of the season and the last episode of the season. Anything you want to talk about?
No, thank you for those who have watched the series. Yes. If you've come back and you've watched all the episodes, I appreciate it.
As do I.
So hopefully, after this, we're going to do the 2 movies. We'll do Demon Knight and then Bordello of Blood in that order because that's the order they released.
Right. And then we've just decided.
Yeah, we'll do a Who Did It Better? Which Tales from the Crypt movie is better? Ooh.
Which one will it be? Will we agree? Probably not.
The suspense.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm sure all 5 of them are on the edge of their seat right now.
Oh, yes. I'm sure. Well, one's asleep, but the other 4. Yeah.
They've already clicked off. They're like, okay, they're still talking.
Well, all right, then let's reinvigorate it and let's jump right into the first episode.
Let's do it.
Okay. So we're going to talk about it's number 81 in production, season 7, which started in 1996, and it is called Fatal Caper. It is from an original Tales from the Crypt number 20. It stars Bob Hoskins. Well, I wouldn't say stars. He's in it. But it was also directed by Bob Hoskins.
Smee himself.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
He'll always be Smee to me because I discovered him. I was a kid when Hook came out.
Oh,
so, and what's interesting is somebody my age, I never saw the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never
Him
seen
and
it.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah, never seen it.
Yeah. Keep it that way.
Yeah.
I love this show because I can really be snide on this.
Yeah.
So it was from a script written by Coleman DeKay and A.L. Katz and Gilbert Adler. the story is about Lord Mycroft Amberson, which I love Mycroft because we know that was Sherlock Holmes' foil, played by Leslie Phillips, who is a wealthy elderly man who, with a weak heart, is nearing the end of his life, and he wants to add a stipulation to his will. And that is the fact that his two sons, who are already in there, one is the womanizing Justin, played by Greg Wise, and the greedy Evelyn, who I got excited because it was played by James Saxon. But when
let
I
me
saw
guess, he's on Star Trek?
No, getting there. Smart ass. When it went across the screen, I automatically thought John Saxon, because I love me some John Saxon.
Who's that? I mean, look, I'm much better
from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
yeah, John Saxon.
They're brothers in real life?
No. I'm saying when it said James Saxon on the screen.
Oh, you were thinking.
I was thinking.
You were thinking
it's John Saxon.
Oh,
awesome.
Okay, I got you.
So then I was disappointed. But anyway, it's the fact that they must locate their long lost brother Frank within a certain amount of time, or else they'll risk the inheritance being given away to charity. Now, so Bob Hoskins is brought in, and he brings in the lovely Natasha Richardson,
right,
to help facilitate all of this. And the brother is not lost as much as the father banned him, ostracized him, exiled him from the family. And as his twilight years are approaching, or weeks, depending on how it goes, he's looking back saying, I wish I hadn't done that. And in retrospect, the other two sons didn't turn out so great.
Right. Her name is what? Miss Havisham or something?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, that's what I have written down, but my handwriting is not great.
Wow. and again, lovely woman, blonde, brunettes,
blondes. Yeah.
What can I say? And it goes through, and you kind of find out that the two of them are not so
well. Evelyn is greedy and doesn't care about anyone else but himself. Mm-hmm. Justin, I don't think he's not as greedy, but he's like a hippie, a womanizer, and he's more worried about the pleasures of the flesh.
So excited to learn about tantric.
Right. Than he is money. He's just like, whatever. As long as I don't have to pay for anything, I'm fine type of thing. Right.
But then he realizes, well, wait a minute. I would have to pay for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they devise a plan.
Havisham, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Is it Havisham? I think that's how you say it.
Havisham, but I could definitely bring it wrong. It's happened once or twice.
Well, look, let me pull it up right here.
Oh,
no, it's Havisham. I was right. Havisham.
Havisham.
She offers to get, or if you pay me X amount of dollars, I will help you kill Justin, right? It's Evelyn that makes the first deal.
I believe so.
Yeah. And so they devise a plan to get rid of Justin.
Right. And unbeknownst to Justin, there is another deal made. And as it comes, the little kind of cat and mouse or whatever, when it comes near the end, you find out, okay, who is actually going to win? And I love, so Evelyn, I'll spoil it. Evelyn doesn't win.
Right
off first. They kill him by taking this huge candle off of the standing candelabra, and in it is this
long spike
to hold and he gets it right through the heart.
From Justin.
Right. And
because at first Justin was dead, faked a heart attack.
Yeah.
And
because the dad was having heart problems
issues
as well.
And when he wasn't dead, because he faked his death, he then kills Evelyn by stabbing him.
And it's in like the mausoleum, the crypt of the family. And so
it's all double crossing and all of that.
Back and forth. And I love the part where he's like, after Evelyn's dead, Justin is trying to get him into one of the sarcophaguses. He said, you could help me. I'd rather not.
Yeah. But after all of it, it ended up being the dad was really making the deal with Havisham, and he wanted both of his sons dead. but he was still looking for Frank.
Right. Because he did
he realized what he said it. Frank is the smartest one, and I wish I wouldn't have shunned him, type of thing.
And again, they don't really explain about
what happened.
Shunning.
Yeah.
But so in the end, and then Justin gets it. But he gets it because the dad.
Well, he actually has a heart attack.
Right, because the dad is dressed up like he's dead, and he comes up.
Right.
And then he has a heart attack. Good makeup too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then it ends, and the Havisham, and Lord Mycroft are sitting there, and with a fire, and they're drinking, and he is talking about how, well, I wish I could have found Frank, and she stands up. And
he thinks he's fixing to get some.
Right. And she goes to undo, her bra, and she's like, I actually have something to tell you. And he's like, you have lovely breasts.
Yeah.
And she said, I've had them done.
I had them done.
Them done. And as a matter of fact, I have some other work I'm going to do, but I'm waiting for the money to come in. And then she turns around and like Dracula holds her arms out, and
she says, like, hello, daddy.
And he goes,
Frank.
No way. He goes, you're a fella.
Oh, yeah.
And then she says, hi, daddy.
Yeah.
And it's Frank. And then he has a heart attack. But I'm sorry, Bob Hoskins comes in.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you worked a deal with them and them and them. Well, we've worked out a deal. And has a heart attack. And now.
Well,
Frank.
No, he shoots him. Bob Hoskins shoots him.
In the head.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins shoots him.
I forgot. And then and I had that in my notes, because when Hoskins then puts the gun, if you stop and watch it, he puts the gun on like the trigger.
Yeah,
on
like he commits suicide.
But no, he puts it on his thumb. Well, I think it's just it wasn't important.
Oh.
But like you would have put your finger through the trigger guard.
Right.
But it's through his
Well,
thumbs.
he could have done it this way, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That's true. Yeah. And by the way, you got a nice little splatter on the back of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just pair off like they're walking into the sunset. And he's like, I think I could shag you or something.
Right.
Like
if
that.
you were, what he said, I think if I had something to drink, I might
take a go at
you or something like that.
And she's like, no.
Right.
So I enjoyed this episode. Okay. I love the double crosses and I love the triple crosses. But I will tell you that after you first meet Lady Havisham, and then he tells the story about shunning Frank, my mind automatically went and said, that's Frank.
See, I didn't. I mean, I knew because I've seen the episode before.
Oh, okay. I hadn't seen this one. I don't think I saw any of these episodes.
Yeah, like I've said before, I've seen every episode. Some I remember more than others. But so I knew that she was Frank. But what bothers me, and it's probably what you were talking about, this has been done already, and we actually did the episode
and done much better.
It was done much better
because that episode from season 5, I think
it's 4 or 5.
4 or 5. It's when the guys come after the assassin, and they take
Corey Feldman's in it,
right? Yeah. And they take the wife hostage, but she's actually had transitional surgeries, and
she was the one they were looking for.
Right. That one I really, really, really liked. This one I kind of feel, and of course you can't judge this stuff by going back and looking through today's lens.
No.
It kind of used it as a crutch, as a I got you. Where the other one, I didn't feel it like that. But having said that, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I liked the double crosses. Bob Hoskins is always good because he kind of plays a little slimy dude, and he plays him well. And I don't guess in Who Framed Roger Rabbit he was really slimy, but he was.
Yeah, I mean he was,
street.
Right.
He was street. So
wasn't he an alcoholic and stuff?
Yeah. And he hated tunes. So, but anyway, all in all, I enjoyed it. Definitely thought it was worth the time to watch. And I think that's it.
Yeah, and I mean, double crosses are always or I say always, but they're very prominent of a theme in the Tales from the Crypt episodes. And here we go.
Yeah. Oh, and I will say, I did not see the triple cross from
with the dad. Yeah.
That got me by. That's why I still really enjoyed it, because
I knew, because the brothers are going to double cross each other.
Yeah.
As soon as she makes the deal with Evelyn, she's probably going to try to make a deal with Justin,
right.
And how's that going to work out?
Yeah.
But so speaking of double crosses, here we go. Episode 9, Smoke Rings, WRINGS.
Like wringing your hands.
Yeah.
From Vault of Horror number 34.
Yeah, he's got all that info. I don't, I just know Daniel Craig's in it.
Yeah. It was written by Mandy Fletcher, directed by Lisa Sandoval, and it came out June 21st, 1996.
Lisa Sandoval, that's familiar.
Yeah, I think we've seen that name before.
Yeah, probably so. Probably a bunch of episodes. But yeah, it's starring Daniel Craig as Barry. And
weird looking Daniel Craig.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah, he's young. He reminded me like the character that he plays in Lucky Number 11.
Never seen that.
It was the blonde hair. Oh, you should see that.
Yeah, actually, you told me that.
Oh, that's true.
That's one of the things I wrote down.
It's a good heist movie. Yeah.
But he is applying for a job as an advertising executive. The lady,
and he's an ex-con.
Right. The lady interviewing him her name is Jacqueline, and she's interviewing all these different people, and they're all boring and run-of-the-mill advertising, showing their little portfolios, and she's not interested.
Right.
Barry comes in, and he's just like, this is what I would do, and screw people. And,
right.
blah, and I guess she finds it refreshing that he's different than everybody else. And so she gives him a job and is like, hey, we have a meeting right now, and puts him in there.
Right.
And it's some kind of chocolate advertising, some kind of
it's the English.
And it's an account that they've had for years apparently. And of course there's a Frank in this. There's always a Frank.
There's always a Frank.
And Frank is the guy who's handling this account, and Barry comes in and embarrasses Frank by getting the head of the account to agree with Barry, like, "Ooh, I like his ideas."
Right. So because it's fresh.
Right, it's fresh, it's new. He's young and energetic or whatever. So of course Frank gets pissed off, and he has like a little love affair with Jacqueline, behind the scenes, kind of like they're not supposed to type thing. And anyway, you can kind of see that where things are going, that Frank is probably going to want to do something to Barry, because Barry's this new guy. She ends up letting Frank go because Barry is doing all this great stuff. And the way he starts doing it is he goes into the basement and finds an ex-employee who has developed this device that if you press the device, if you like chocolate, it makes you crazy for it, and you just start eating up chocolate, or whatever the case is. It enhances your desires for stuff. And so he seems like a genius, right? Yeah, he seems like a genius because every time he gets around, so he just presses the button and people go crazy. So they want to use this. And I'm even losing my train of thought. It's not a very good episode.
Yeah, I agree.
It's strange. But it's about double crosses and
the double cross is
that they're actually
there's a first double cross.
There's a first double cross.
You find out that Barry is in league with her ex-partner.
And that's the guy who developed the device.
Right, Alistair Touchstone. In exchange for him not going to jail, which okay.
Yeah, like what did he have on him? They don't really say. But he's controlling him with his fear, because he said if you're really scared of something, it enhances that more than you want or something. And he's scared of rats and I don't know.
So it is. If you had that, why would you worry about wanting to take over?
Right.
You would use it. Okay. Anyway, but then that's not the only the twist cross. Then it gets
weird.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, they make it look like Frank wants to kill Jacqueline, and Barry tries to get Frank to kill Jacqueline by pressing the button and making him hear them having sex or whatever.
Right. Because you're kind of sitting there, and then all of a sudden they're all on the couch, and I'm like,
but then Frank walks away. He doesn't kill her, but Barry ends up trying to kill her. Right. Trying to kill her. He's all full of blood and everything. And so he runs downstairs and then he tries to kill the one who developed, what's his name? Touchstone.
Touchstone. Right.
And he's going to try to kill him. And it's like, what's going on? Like even as I'm talking about it, I still don't really understand
I agree.
why it was happening. But then very long story short, because it felt like it went on forever. Yeah. He thinks the cops have been called on him because he killed Jacqueline. So he's running from the police. And then he doesn't know what to do. He just jumps out of a window and commits suicide essentially. Right. But then
lands on a car.
Lands on a car.
Yeah.
But then you see the big reveal: Touchstone, Jacqueline, Frank, and the lady who was in charge of the chocolate account or whatever, all start laughing and like, oh, it worked perfectly. And it's like, oh, well, but why were they? I mean, they were testing the device on him. Yeah, essentially is what they were doing.
Again, if this was the device. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that's
they were testing it test. on
because
the
he's an
felon.
ex-convict, and maybe, Okay, I could see that now.
But what doesn't make sense is everybody would have had to been on it, like all the people in the building and all these meetings.
Yeah, because when he goes to like kill her in the office, it's like glass everywhere, and he's on top of her on the. So yeah, it was convoluted. It was
very convoluted, and I don't know. It was just very weird, and some parts were okay. Other parts, I don't know. It just didn't. And didn't jive.
Daniel Craig's great James Bond. He's a great James Bond. Oh, his performance, man, he was young.
Yeah,
he was young. He was 96, so he was. So I guess I won't hold that against him. But yeah, all in all, I wouldn't suggest.
Yeah, it's not even worth watching because we didn't even know what to say talking about it.
Yeah.
It was a disappointing episode. I think we picked this one because Daniel Craig was in it.
We did specifically.
And I didn't really remember much about it. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, and then I watched it again to refresh my memory.
Like, damn it, Jamie.
And it's like, I think part of the reason why I don't remember a whole lot, I was drifting off. I was not really paying attention, and that's not good. Yeah. When you're not really paying attention to something, it's not holding your interest.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, what? Huh? Not paying attention to you blabbing.
And as much as I kind of hate to temper, the next episode kind of also made me.
Now, here's where I'll disagree with you. I like this episode.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you take it then?
So
I think when we got down, I thought I picked it because of Eddie Izzard, which is hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
I'm still very interested in seeing the Jekyll and Hyde movie that is in. But anyway, Confession, episode 11.
Episode 11, Confession.
Suspense Stories, number 4.
It stars Eddie Izzard, Jack Lynch, who I love, by the way. Like, he's not in a whole lot that I've seen.
Well, no. Is it Jack Lynch? Is Jack Lynch the name of the?
He's the police officer that's interviewing him. That's what it says right here.
Oh, I have mine backwards.
Oh, Jack Lynch is the
character.
The character.
And Ciarán Hinds is the actor. Oh, okay. I thought
this one right here.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry. Ciarán Hinds. Detective. Yes. Yeah. His name is Jack Lynch.
Who was an interesting character.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, how you say it? Ciarán Hinds. Anyway.
We can't call him Jack.
We'll call him Jack, but he's a great actor. I think he's good friends with Liam Neeson. I saw Liam Neeson talking about him.
So am I, but we've never crossed.
But anyway, it starts out, it's a detective story.
Right. They're a serial killer.
Yeah, there are 2 detectives.
Oh, and man, does it start out.
And they're responding to a crime scene of a beheaded prostitute.
Yes. But it starts on the ground and then works its way up and then no head.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. The guy, Inspector Herbert, that Alun Armstrong, the only other thing I've ever seen him in is The Mummy Returns. He's in The Mummy Returns.
With Brandon?
With Brendan Fraser, yeah. He's in that one.
And you know how I like to go off on tangents? I rewatched Bedazzled the other day.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Bedazzled, you can ask producer Nick. I've loved that movie.
Smoking hot in that movie.
Elizabeth Hurley, you know how they say, who's your first celebrity crush? she's probably mine. Like,
Mine's
I was
Linda Carter.
in love with Elizabeth
Linda
Hurley.
Carter all the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, I hit puberty whenever Austin Powers came out. So, you know,
there you go.
It's Liz Hurley for me.
That whole scene.
And then it was Selma Hayek a couple years later.
From
Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, okay. See, I fell in love with Salma Hayek on Desperado.
Oh, yeah. I saw From Dusk Till Dawn before I saw Desperado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dusk Till Dawn's awesome.
Great movie.
Yeah,
one of my favorite horror movies.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. What were we talking about?
We're talking about the decapitated
that's right. Decapitated
girls.
prostitute.
There's been 3 victims so far.
And no heads.
Just the bodies, right? And they picked up Eddie Izzard, whose name is, they just say Evans.
Warhol Evans is what my notes say.
Okay.
And he's a horror screenwriter.
He's a horror screenwriter, but he happened to be in the area. He was washing his hands when they
think he was washing off blood.
Correct.
But just because he was around the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he was arrested for that. And the first time you see him, he's banging on the glass. Is it a crime to wash your hands around here? Yeah. Type thing. So
had a very Law and Order feel for that. The disjointed Law and Order feel for that whole part.
So they call in Jack because Jack is the best at interrogations, and I find it interesting that his name is Jack and he's the best because here at a local agency that I used to work, we had a guy. I'm not gonna say his last name, but his name was Jack, and he is like the best interrogator.
Was his last name Nimble?
Nope.
Jack Bartholomew
Nimble? Yeah.
No.
Okay. But he,
Nimble.
there was a famous case around here that Mickey Shunick case. He's the guy who got that got him to confess everything. But anyway, I digress. He's called in to try to. He's like, everybody's like, oh, Jack's on the case. He's the best. He's gonna figure it out. So the whole episode is like a little cat and mouse with him and Eddie Izzard, who, because he's a horror screenwriter, he's done a lot of research on all this stuff. So he starts trying to throw Jack off. I did not mean to say that.
I didn't even catch that. I did not even catch that.
He's trying to throw him off of his game, or is there a game? So, because the whole time you don't know if Eddie Izzard's guilty or not. So I think they do a really good job of keeping you guessing. Right. Like, is he the killer? Is he not the killer? Sometimes they make you think he is. Sometimes
he's just innocent.
He even makes the comment. He's like, a police officer, maybe. So then you start thinking, well, who better than this guy who
finds somebody to pin it on?
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's a fun little episode. I enjoy stuff like that. I mean, you've kind of seen it before in other movies and whatnot. But then, and then there's this one point where this other officer is talking with Jack. He's taking a break from interrogating, and he's got a bag with a bowling ball, and the officer unzips it, and you see the top of a bowling ball, and just the way Jack is looking at him, you could tell he doesn't want him
in it. Yeah.
In it. And then he's like, what did he say? He says something about, you're always touching another man's balls or something like that. Yeah. So the officer's like, and just zips it back up. Yeah. And he's like, here, I need you to go look this stuff up.
Very kind of smooth, but again.
Right. It's like, does it, maybe is the director just trying to throw us off by
maybe
making
Evans has a point.
Right. Like, don't touch my bowling ball. Or is there something else in the bag? So it's just kind of fun where the director's playing with you, trying to get you to
a good job of it too.
Yeah.
You know, you're not sure either way.
Yep. So when the officer comes back, or whenever Jack goes back in, he starts just hammering Eddie Izzard with all of this evidence, because they went to his house, they found all this stuff, and all of these satanic ritual books and bondage.
He's got an answer for it.
Bondage pornography and bestiality pornography, and he's like, research. And so now you're like, oh, okay, he's got him. And they end up making the arrest. I don't even remember what they find, how they say he's the one that did it, but they pin it on him, whatever.
They don't find the heads.
Yeah, they don't find the heads, but they have him by some piece of evidence. I don't even remember. Yeah. But anyway, Well, what makes the story good is at the very end, Jackie's going home and he wants to just get a ice cold beer, and he opens his bowling ball. He pulls the top of the bowling ball. It's only half of a bowling ball, and underneath it is a head. And he goes put the head in the refrigerator, and there's two other heads. So Jack is the serial killer.
Yep.
But he pins it, and he's so good that he pins it on an innocent man who had been convicted of like some sex crimes or something they mentioned, but it wasn't anything major, or he paid his debt to society. So anyway, it's a good episode. I like it.
Now, here's my thing in my head, because I watch so many horror movies and I used to read about serial killers all along. So let's go forward in time another month. Jack's going to want to kill somebody again.
Right.
But now, if he kills somebody the same way, then Evans in prison must not be the serial killer. So
unless he starts killing in a different way, because he knows.
But a lot of serial
Jack is the best.
Yeah. The serial killers usually have their methodology and they don't like to deviate from it. Again, I'm not picking the episode.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah, it's a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah.
But that was the one thing kind of when it was finished was like, is he, 3 and out?
Right.
Which is a sports reference. The
sports ball.
The American sports ball that's white with the little red stripes on it. 3 and out. 4 and out.
No, it's 3 and out.
3 and out. Look at me.
It's 3 and out.
Look at me. By the way, go to my YouTube channel and watch my favorite sports logos episode.
Which I need to finish, by the way.
Yeah, I do.
I want to hear the other guy's opinion. I know
Jay, yours
is going to be bad.
Actually, he's very surprised because I took it seriously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, he makes one remark at one point about, "Wow, you actually knew that?" And I'm like, well, you get enough monkeys in enough rooms with a typewriter, something's going to come out. But anyway, again, I don't want to pick it apart, but that was one of the things that I pulled away. Was like, what happens when the urge comes back? What's he going to do? So, but we don't really have to worry about, because that's episode 11 and we only have 2 more. So
2 more?
Well, in the series.
Okay. Yeah.
So, so not to confuse you. So we're now at the final episode of the final season of Tales from the Crypt. This is production number 93. Episode 13, called The Three Little Pig.
No, the third pig.
Right. It's based on Three Little Pigs story. And it's been toned to Bill Cop and Pat Ventura, directed by Bill. And it is like I said, an original story based off of the Three Little Pigs. When I was reading the synopsis, it talks about that it's an animated edition of The Three Little Pigs, narrated by the Crypt Keeper himself. Again, not to pick it apart, but I kind of thought it would be cool if it was an animated intro, but it wasn't. It was the normal intro. And then you get down, and Crypt Keeper is, we didn't talk about the cold openings with Crypt Keeper and the other ones, but he's they're interviewing people kind of to come onto the staff. And I liked the guy that he was interviewing because he like turns into a bat and then one flies off.
Yeah, because he's like, all you've done is vampires. Have you done anything else?
Yeah. Yeah. But then it goes into the episode, and right away, all I could think of was Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't know if you're familiar with that cartoon, but that is the style that this.
It reminded me of Ren and Stimpy.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same kind of feel. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy is probably a better choice. Yeah. And so basically, it's, again, narrated by John Kassir himself. It's the big bad wolf, who's voiced by Bobcat Goldthwait. Love him. He is after the 3 pigs. Drinky Pig, who's voiced by Brad Garrett, and Smoky Pig, who is voiced by Charlie Adler. And then Dudley, voiced by Cam Clark. I don't remember who Cam Clark was. He's a voice actor.
Yeah, he's just a voice actor.
All right. So he goes and he blows down the let's see, I think he does Smoky Pig's house first. No, he does Drunky Pigs, who lives in an old barrel. And then Smoky Pigs lives in a house made out of cigarettes.
Yeah.
And so they both run to their brother to live in his house, which is, of course, made out of bricks.
Because he's the smart one.
He's the smart one. But they are not good guests at all. So, of course, they smoke in the house, they drink in the house, they have parties. And Dudley's just a nice guy. And he wants, for his brothers to live with him. But they are just horrible people. They end up having a party, wreck the house. The next morning they wake up and they need more beer. So Dudley says, I'm going to go get you some beer, but you have to lock the door because that's what keeps the big bad wolf out. Okay. And so he leaves to get them more beer and cigarettes. And what do?
They get killed is what they do.
I did like the way that they did it. So the big bad wolf comes up and he knocks on the door and he holds up like a Playboy, but it's like Play Pig.
Right.
And he's like, hi,
I'm a playmate, blah, blah, or something like that.
Who lost her swimsuit? Could you come and help me? And so he goes in and he slaughters the two.
And eats them both. Or eats
some parts of them. Yeah. And man, it was pretty graphic.
Well, I mean, it's got to be. It's Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt. So what does Dudley do when he comes back and he finds them? He does what he's supposed to do. He calls 911. And 6 hours later, the police arrive. And the police force is made up entirely of wolves. And the prosecutor's a wolf. And the judge is a wolf.
And the jury
is a wolf. So as you could tell, pretty quickly, Dudley is railroaded and is sent to prison. But before they can execute him, the spirits of his two brothers come and rescue him. And I love how they rescue him too. They're not angels, they're ghosts, and if they need revenge,
right,
basically. So they grab him and they pull him out, and his butt is stuck in the bars. So how is he supposed to get revenge? They give him a book of like spells and instructions, basically.
It's basically Frankenstein.
Yeah, to go out and make a
Frankenstein monster.
Yeah, Frankenstein's monster, but it's a pig. So it's and they call it even a zombie monster something.
I thought they called it like Frankenpig.
No, I know, but when they're talking about it, because they say it's like a zombie pig, who is voiced actually by Brad Garrett.
Yeah, they said builds a zombie Frankenpig.
Yeah. Which comes into play later on. So they send him after it. They end up, I think, getting him in I think it's like a cemetery or something. It's outside, and the pig ends up finding the big bad wolf, kills him, eats him, and then comes back to the laboratory. And Dudley's like, yeah, we killed my brother. And then lightning strikes or something, and it causes Zombie Pig to fly into the big electrical whole thing, and in pure cartoon style, he and you can see it, and then he falls down, and he's on a pig on a platter with an apple in his mouth. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess that wraps everything up. But no, we forgot he's a zombie pig. And the wolf comes out, and you can see his brain, and he grabs up Dudley, puts him in a sourdough bread bun, and proceeds to eat. So
weird.
So weird. Jim Cummins is actually also one of the voices. But anyway, so this is the only animated episode in the series, not to be confused with Tales from the Crypt Keeper, which was an animated version of Tales from the Crypt. Its animation was provided by Nelvana, who actually ended up later on. So I think it was kind of a way for them to introduce,
to segue in
to Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
It's just normally when you see like a series finale, they try to go big. Yeah. And instead they went pig. And it just came to me.
That the whole Jack one that you did, that makes up.
Right. Yeah. That was funny. I couldn't believe that. But anyway, I don't know. I just found it very let me put it to you this way. If I was watching this show from the beginning to end as it was airing, and that was my final episode, I would have been pretty pissed off.
They went all Game of Thrones on it.
Yeah, that's really just weird.
Yeah, yeah. I can't even say that I liked the episode.
I didn't.
I will be honest. I
mean, it was pretty much the Three Little Pigs that was just graphic, and then they added a little bit of Frankenstein in there.
Yeah,
that's it. That's
exactly
all it was. It wasn't,
zombie, you know. Yeah. And it didn't make any sense. And why do I say that? Again, I'm tearing apart a Tales from the Crypt cartoon, but when he grabs him, he like bites. I don't know if he bites his head off or something, and then swallows him whole, and then electrocutes himself, and then the pig comes out and he's fine except for his brain, and he eats him. So it's like it just didn't make any sense. And there's a history of, it usually turns out bad for everybody, but there's a fair amount of them where the person who was the good guy survives and goes on. I kind of think that would have been a better ending.
Yeah, instead of killing Dudley.
Instead of killing Dudley, which it just didn't make any sense. But anyway.
Yeah, not the wrap up that you would hope for.
No.
Especially as much fun as I've had with all of these, this one was kind of like almost a chore to watch. Actually, all of these, even though my favorite one is the Eddie Izzard one, that's what your least. No, your least favorite is the cartoon.
Well, yeah, I think it would be cartoon, and then honestly, Daniel Craig, just because it's so convoluted.
Yeah,
and then the Eddie, because I did like the back and forth, and then the Natasha Richardson.
Yeah, those two are the better ones.
Yeah.
The Daniel Craig one was disappointing, and then that the Three Little Pigs one is like they just did Three Little Pigs. Yeah. I mean, they should have just done something original. I don't understand why they went and did that. It was very strange.
Yeah, it really was.
And then even the Crypt Keeper at the end didn't have like a farewell or a goodbye. He just kind of wrapped up the episode, and then that was it.
Yeah, and you knew they had to be. I mean, sorry. We know that they knew this was right. It
was the end. Yeah.
So it could have been. It's not like, well, maybe we only did half a season, but maybe we'll come back for another season. No.
Or maybe this episode they did it not knowing it was going to be the last episode, and whenever they got canceled, they just said, "Well, we have this one done already, so just put it there."
Or I mean, there's so many ifs, or buts that it just.
But HBO has a reputation of just kind of ending things abruptly. But
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. So I don't know the history on this, if it ended abruptly or if they knew it was the last season.
Yeah, me either. I don't know. But I will say overall that the Tales from the Crypt, the whole series, is definitely a great watch.
Yeah, especially if you love anthologies. I mean, there's no way people who don't like anthologies are going to like this stuff. But if you like anthologies, I don't know anybody who likes anthologies that doesn't like Tales from the Crypt.
No. And I'm going to go so far as to go ahead and I'm going to invite you to. We're going to do the two Tales from the Crypt movies, and then I'd like you to come on to Fave 5, and we could choose our 5 favorite episodes.
Okay.
And then you had a suggestion to do. Who did it better?
Who did it better? Yeah, out of the two movies.
Yeah, of the two movies.
Because I will say, as much as I love the series, I like the two movies better than the series.
I could definitely say no. That there are some episodes to me that, again, I go back all the time to the Emmett Walsh episode.
Oh yeah.
Where he's the taxidermist. I mean, I think that one, the one with where Arnold Schwarzenegger is in it. In the cold opening and the ending, there's just a lot of good ones. But, and I do, from our conversations, you're going to find out that we actually have favorites of the two movies. So that's going to be interesting, and I think the Who Did It Better is going to be a good fun argument because you have crap taste.
I think my tastes
movies.
are good, but we have not forgotten about Nightmare on Elm Street. I watched all of them, except the remake. So, do you want me to do that in my ranking, the remake, or I kind of just want to do?
We can leave it out.
Yeah, just because Freddy is so unique with it all being Robert Englund, it just seems weird. Like there's no way I would like the remake, or I think that the remake can be compared to the originals. You know?
Okay, I'm always throwing him ideas for his own show. Who did it better, Friday the 13th reboot or the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot?
Well, I could tell you that right now. We don't have to have a show. But I do want to watch. I've only seen the remake once. I saw it in the theater, and I remember being so disappointed that I never watched it again.
Yeah. Of which one? The
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Oh no, I like the Friday 13th remake. I have that one.
See, we're going to get into it already. I think the remake of Friday the 13th of Nightmare on Elm Street went to some interesting places. Not necessarily bad, but anyway. Well,
so I'll have to prove him wrong again.
You know, I actually told our friend Jeff that you and he should have a show called Jamie Has Horrible Taste in Movies, and here's why. First up, Frankenhooker.
It's so funny when Jeff's like, I can't believe you got me to watch this. I can't believe you got me to watch that.
I got Jeff to watch. So I bought a vampire motorcycle because it has Anthony Daniels in it.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, you know.
Yeah, because I've never seen Anthony Daniels in anything other than Star Wars.
Yeah. And in this one, he plays a priest who takes on the vampire motorcycle. It's definitely worth watching.
Or not. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that'll do it for this. We finally wrapped up the series, and then we're going to get on to the movies next.
Yep. So head on over to YouTube and subscribe to the Average Home Theater Reviews.
You don't have to subscribe to. No, I'm just joking. Do you? Yeah, you have but do you have a YouTube channel for Complete Disarray?
I don't. I put it.
You put them out on Fave 5.
Yes,
okay.
I have a playlist on the Fave 5s.
Gotcha.
And we just had a fun one come out with Jay Hall again.
Yep.
Shout out to Jay Hall, even though I like his daughter better. It's all about Saturday mornings in the 70s.
Yeah, I started listening to it.
Yeah.
Of course, I grew up in the 80s.
Right.
But still.
You're still kind of in there with it, you know. But we go from everything from waking up first thing in the morning and cereal selections and then cartoons and learning stuff and then heading outside and not coming back till before the street lights come. You had to be back before the street lights turned on. So there was always that. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? So, well, again, thank you once again for opening up
the Average Home Theater.
The above average home theater.
Well, I appreciate that, like always.
You and Kirk got to have a good conversation at Louisiana Delta Comic Con, right?
Yeah, he was asking me some questions. One of his subwoofers died, or his subwoofer died, so he was asking some advice on which one to get.
You know, I want to make a Dom woofer go, but I'm not going to.
A what?
I just did a Dom.
What's that? Oh, sub and a Dom. Oh my God. It's time for us to end this episode.
So thanks so much for joining us. And we'll see you
on the next one
at the movies. You know, because that's what they used to do.
And we're clear.